So now let's take a look at setting up to start a drawing. We've talked briefly about getting the ACAD template open, so which are in inches, we have a grid on our screen, so just from generic startup, that's where we are. But for each drawing, you'll have to determine whether it's in inches or metric to start up. Then you have to set up different features, like if you have a grid that needs to be a particular space, how do you change the grid and the snap to match that? How do you set up for a border and a title block for a specific sheet size? So we're going to examine all of those things. In your textbook, it talks about this menu bar again because it opened from a pull-down menu. So in the last video, I said you'll need to use this arrow and say show menu bar so that you can get that format to pull down. Once the format's pulled down, you'll see units. If you're a Mac user, it may not look exactly like this screen, but you should be able to type in certain words. So if I was to start typing units, it'll start coming up with some options. So you can pick from those options as well without always having to have that extra menu. So when we talk about our units, most of the time the length, or if you're doing a horizontal or vertical measurement, is going to be in architectural, decimal, engineering, fractional, or scientific. And again, that's just the way the information is put in. Architectural and engineering require a foot symbol in addition to the inch symbol. So if you're working in an architectural drawing, you must be in those to be able to decipher feet from inches. So we're going to use decimal. Below that is the precision. Again, depending on which type of thing you're trying to manufacture or build, narrowing that down to the lowest common denominator or fraction. Some drawings may be 2 decimal places in our case, which is what we're going to set. Some may be as much as 3 for tolerancing. We want to make sure that we're also in decimal degrees, even though we, again, have different options there. A lot of these options can still be typed in without having to be selected, but right now we just want to do decimal degrees. And again, precision will go with 0. The insertion scale has to do with bringing other files in and out of a drawing, so inserting something else here. So we want to do that based on the scale that we're in, not some other scale. It's showing you a sample of what the information looks like, and then we're just going to hit OK. So we have our units set. Now let's look at how we can change the grid representation and how we can maximize on paper sizes. We have paper sizes in inch, we have paper sizes in architectural, we also have paper sizes in metric, and they have different numbers. So for instance, one of your assignments is to create an A or a B size border template. An A size piece of paper is technically what you write on every day in a notebook. It's 8.5 by 11 measurement. So again, if you went to format, you would see this thing called drawing limits. If you typed in limits, you'll see that in the options. So what we're doing is we're saying on our screen, let's say we only want to work in this space or limited space. The lower corner is what it's asking for. So I'm going to say 0, 0, and hit enter. Then the upper corner, so what size paper is this? So we said 8.5 by 11, but we want to think in terms of paper is laying in landscape position. So that actually means the longer dimension is the horizontal or the X. So 11, 8.5. Now to visualize that, we're going to move down to our status bar. You'll see your grid, your snap, and then an arrow. Pick on the arrow, go to snap settings. And now we're going to adjust to say that we do not want to have the grid to display beyond our limits. And we're going to say OK. And now you see, you still have unlimited drawing space, but you no longer see the grid outside of the positive XY area of 11 by 8.5. Now the grid itself will go back to that same arrow, snap settings, and we can turn the snap on, the grid on. We can change our spacing by just picking inside these boxes. And then we can change the grid lines. You'll see that some are darker than others. So let's just say we want to do our grid lines every 4. So if we have half-inch grid, that means for every 2 inches, we're going to have a major grid line. We want to stay in a grid snap setting in rectangular shape, meaning horizontal and vertical rows and columns. The rest of the tabs across the top are related to the rest of the icons you see at the status bar. So everywhere there's one of those arrows, it will bring you into the area of the same settings box, but maybe to another one of the tabs. So we're going to say, okay, our snap is changed. I'm going to do a zoom all, so that now you can see every grid a ½ inch and every major line only filling that paper space. Once you get that set up, then we dive into adding some lines to create a border, adding some lines for the title block, and then adding text.